Hello everyone, welcome to this video of Rectify possible assembly faults during assembly. In this video, we will understand how to inspect the drill head of a pedestal drilling machine, hydraulics of power saw, grinding wheel of a grinding machine, and examine jib strip on lathe carriage. Dismantle assembly of spindle and pulley of drilling machine. Remove the drill chuck and arbor from the spindle, part number 20 and 19 in the figure. Switch off the machine and remove the belt guard. Remove the V-belt, part number 1 from the pulley. Removal of spindle pulley and hub assembly. Loosen the nuts, part number 2, from the spindle hub, part number 4. Remove the stepped V-pulley, part number 3 from the spindle hub. Remove the feather key, part number 5. Remove the internal circlip, part number 6 from spacer, part number 8. Remove the external circlip, part number 9 from the end of spindle hub, part number 4. Remove the spindle hub and bearings, part number 7 from spacer. Removal of spindle sleeve. Remove the pinion with shaft from the machine. Straighten the toothed washer, part number 11. Loosen and remove the nut, part number 10, from spindle, part number 17. Remove the toothed washer from the spindle. Remove the bearings, part number 12, from the spindle sleeve, part number 14. Remove the O-ring, part number 13. Remove the spindle sleeve, part number 14. Remove the spindle, part number 17 from the spindle sleeve. Remove the thrust bearing, part number 15 from spindle using hydraulic press. Clean all the dismantled parts and dry it. Identification of worn out and damaged parts. Check all dismantled parts of spindle and pulley thoroughly and list out the damaged, worn out parts and fill up the table given. Replace the worn out and damaged parts and assemble the spindle and pulley. Assemble all the parts of the spindle and pulley in the reverse order and apply grease and oil at necessary parts. Fix the V-belt and adjust to proper tension. Mount the belt guard. Test run the spindle. Switch on the power supply. Check the runout of the spindle by using lever type dial test indicator with magnetic stand. Run the spindle at low, medium and high speed at least for 5 minutes. Listen if any abnormal noise hearing from spindle assembly. Check any noise generating in the spindle assembly. If so, rectify the fault and run the spindle without noise. Rectification of hydraulic fault in power saw. Switch off the machine and remove the belt guards. Support the arm properly. Drain the hydraulic oil and keep it safely. Remove the connecting pin, circlip, split pin and loosen the fasteners in the hydraulic unit. Disconnect the oil lines and remove the hydraulic unit from the machine. Dismantle the hydraulic unit and keep it in a separate tray, figure 2. Clean all the parts and dry it. Inspect oil flow part with compressed air. Inspect the oil seal, O-rings, filter, control valves and valve seat. Replace or repair the worn out or damaged parts. Assemble the hydraulic unit in the reverse manner of dismantling. Fix unit to the machine. Check the condition of drained oil. If contaminated, fill as per manufacturer's recommended grade oil. Connect the oil lines and drive system and remove the arm support. Trial run the machine and observe the performance. Check any leakage in the oil line. If found, arrest them. Adjust the control valve and verify for arm lifting and descending performance. Fix the belt guards. Assembling of a worn-out grinding wheel. Switch off the electrical power supply. Dismount the safety glass bracket. Remove the grinding wheel covers. Unscrew the nuts from the spindle of the grinding wheel. Remove the tool rest. Remove the grinding wheels from the spindle. Disengage the grinding wheel head unit from the main body. Dismantle the wheel spindle from the wheel head. Extract the ball bearings from the housings or spindle. Clean the ball bearings and other parts. Inspect the bearings and other parts. Replace the bearings if necessary. Lubricate the bearings and other parts. Assemble the parts in the reverse sequential order. Replace the grinding wheels if necessary. Check the bench grinder for smooth running. To dismantle and assemble jib from the cross slide of a lathe. Remove the adjusting screws from the dovetail slide. Dismantle the jib from the cross slide. Clean the slide surfaces. Check and inspect all the parts. Damaged parts of jib strip and adjustment screws should be replaced. Lubricate the slide ways. Assemble the jib and check the jib seating. If found any defects, rectify it. Check adjusting screws thread. Lubricate the slideways of jib strip. Assemble slideway jib strip with saddle. Tighten the adjusting screws to give the correct freedom required in the assembly. Lock the movement of the adjusting screw by the check nut. Check the slideways smooth movement without any shake. To adjust and align the jib strip in a lathe. Loosen the lock nuts. Remove the set screws. Pull the jib out. Clean all the parts. Check the straightness of the jib using Prussian blue. Scrape the jib to get even surface to prevent stick-slip motion of the cross slide. Lubricate all the parts. Assemble the jib into the dovetail slide and position it. Adjust the screws and eliminate the clearance between the slides for getting the correct freedom required in the assembly. Lock the movement of the adjusting screws by the check nut. Hold the jib in correct position firmly while locking with check nuts. Check the function of the cross slide. In this video, we have learned to dismantle the spindle and spindle pulley from drilling head, clean and inspect the parts for wear and damage, assemble the spindle and spindle pulley and check for proper function, rectify the hydraulic faults in power saw, dismantle and assemble the worn-out grinding wheel, dismantle and assemble the jib from the cross slide of lathe. Thank you for watching.